All right, guys, watching the Indiana versus Miami national championship game. Man, this game was crazy. The calls, the momentum swings. Let's get into it.
With Xavier Lucas out of the game, Frederic is not surprised at all with the ability to get his head turned around and get in position, and they will allow the corner to get handsy if his head...
I remember this play. There's a little bit of physicality there, but hey.
...is locating the football. 29 does a great job in phase, getting his head turned around, so they gave him a little wiggle room there, pushing back and forth with Becker.
So Niko Radicic, almost automatic from 34 yards. Indiana, with the quarterback bleeding a little bit, draws first blood in this game. The Hoosiers, 12-play drive on top, late first quarter here at Hard Rock Stadium. Hoosiers on top. Miami fortunate to avoid a targeting against Jacoby Thomas. Bill LeMonnier, is that?
Man, that's not a penalty, dog. It's football. He was a play fake. Like, what do you want me to do? And it's not a penalty. And Mendoza bled off of that. And obviously, I'm a Mendoza guy. I'm an Indiana guy. Although he's wrong about the Stoics. Anyway, I'm just kidding. But look, that's a little personal thing. I have no reason to sit here and be like, you know what? Yeah, hit Mendoza. Fuck Indiana, right? No, look. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm wanting Indiana to win. That penalty would have. I'm an alum, right? That penalty would have given us a better chance at winning the football game. But I don't think that's a penalty. I don't think that should be a penalty. Obviously, it is a penalty, right? It is ruled as a penalty, I believe, or that specifically is a gray area. But it shouldn't be a penalty, man. Like, people hit each other. It's football, right? That's what happens. Play on.
A targeting flag?
Yeah, he came in with, on the first view, I didn't see that part of it. I thought it was just a late hit. But this one here, he came in crown of the helmet right into his head.
They cannot afford that, Kirk. Already, Xavier Lucas sitting out the first half to safety for targeting against Ole Miss. That would have been a disaster to lose Thomas.
And you can't have that, dude. That hurts the game. To have these guys sitting out and he's sitting out the first half of the national championship. You're going to take a starter out of the game? NCAA. Get it together, man. This is, like, what the fuck are we doing here for targeting? Half of these calls are bullshit. Like, you're saying that he's targeting because he hit the guy intentionally. Yes, that's the whole point of the game. You hit each other, you tackle each other. The whole point is, I'm tougher than you. We're going to run the ball this way. We're going to do this to you. And yes, it's getting more technical, right? Things are changing. But at the end of the day, that's a big part of the game. It's a big part of the game. You're not going to be able to take it out, and you shouldn't try, and you shouldn't be, and I'm not the only guy that thinks this way. A lot of people are silenced. I mean, a lot of guys feel that this is how the game is played, man. You hit each other. That's part of it. There's a play fake. The guy thinks you have the ball. He decks you. How is that not football? That's football. What are we doing, man?
Yeah, no doubt about that. And I'm with Bill. I'm surprised we didn't see a flag come down. But I think carrying out the fake, quarterback is in play. Maybe they held the flag because of that.
Dylan Marion, the kickoff return out across the 25.
Like, look at what these guys are doing, bro. Look at this sport. Look at what this sport really is at the end of the day. There's a ball. You got to get it over there, or you got to stop them from getting it over here. And then sometimes there's a little bit of kicking shit around mixed in there. You can throw it or run it, right? There's a little bit of different shit you got to do. But that's at the basic core of the game. You take this oblong object, and you have 11 guys, they have 11 guys, and you're trying to get it in there, and they're trying to get it over here, and you got to stop them. And that's it. That's the whole thing. You're pushing each other around. You're throwing each other around. You're throwing each other to the ground. You're tackling each other. Look at this scene. This is 6 or 7 dudes just trying to tackle a guy or trying to fucking physically, forcefully prevent somebody from tackling a guy or getting through that, whatever. And they're all here. Like, what are you trying to do to this thing, bro? What are you going to do to this, really? Like, I mean, this guy could have broken his leg in this shit. You know what I mean? This shit just, bro, like, it is what it is, bro. At the end of the day, violence is a part of the game. I would say violence is the name of the game in some instances, right? But violence is a part of the game. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Take out all of it? You can't. Like, let's play flag then. I just don't get it. I don't understand. Like, I don't understand what like how much. Yes, I understand. Obviously, the initiative, the motive is to remove injuries and enhance player safety. But like, is it really like this whole thing is kind of unsafe? You know what I'm saying? You don't see the MMA doing that. Why does football have to do it?
So Miami trying to get the offense going. Very exciting weekend of football. Divisional playoffs yesterday. The ultimate game in college football here tonight. Late first quarter. Miami's third possession. They trail 3-0. Beck looking to throw in first down. Loops it. And it's tipped and incomplete.
A hell of a play.
Hoosiers do such a good job at getting hands on passes. That was Roe Hardy drifting back as he tried to find Bauman, the tight end.
Yeah, Roe Hardy ends up getting back there, and I think Carson Beck, usually you're reading the corner. You know, that time Moore was playing that corner. He's up tight, and I think that's why he thought he could go up and over top of 7. I don't know if he saw the middle linebacker, Hardy, getting out there into that passing lane. Did a nice job of getting up to knock it away.
And then Moore did a nice job of dislodging the ball from Bowman. So 2nd and 10. Zips it far sideline again.
Man, these guys are good. This defense is good, man.
Pass broken up by D'Angelo Pons.
And D'Angelo Pons is an NFL cornerback, I'm telling you. I don't know where. I would think he's a higher draft pick than not, you know? And that guy is... I don't know where he stands on the draft boards. I'm sure other people have said this before me. I might sound redundant. I might sound unoriginal. I might sound late, out of touch, whatever. Clearly an NFL cornerback to me. But I don't be doing that, bro. I don't be looking at the tabloids and the Bleacher Reports and shit like that. So I'm making my own analysis. So if I'm late, then I'm late. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'm first. I don't be paying attention to these other people, bro. The ESPN domes and all these people, because they can't touch me. I know way more than them. I'm better than them at this job, at evaluating talent. I was right about Darnold. I was right about DK. Look at Darnold. Darnold's going to the Super Bowl before his whole draft class. I said he was the best quarterback in that draft class coming out. I said that. Ask anybody. I said DK Metcalf should have been like a top 5 pick. I was right about that. Anyway.
Closely covering C.J. Daniels. You see why this guy is an elite player at 5'9".
And Chris, watch the technique. Watch the right arm come up, and then see how quickly he's able to drive back.
The boy is lightning. Oh, my goodness.
It's a really nice technique that he uses here. It's not interference, just kind of measuring where that receiver is. And then because he reacts so quickly, he's right there where he needs to be able to knock that ball away. That's perfect.
But the difference between the way the corners on these two teams are playing is so far tonight. Hoosiers all over Miami receivers, conceding nothing. 3rd and long, pressure comes.
Let's go. Get that boy, man. Come on.
By Aiden Fisher.
Let's go.
Leader in this Indiana defense, and the Hoosiers are flexing.
He's tough. Yo, bro, by the way, I got to say something about Indiana, man. The Miami girls had us beat, bro. I'm not going to lie. We got, hey, look, man, ours, I mean, you know what I'm saying? But, like, Miami was...
On D as they often do early in games.
It's one thing we didn't win the national championship in.
You know he's going to blitz. They blitz these linebackers quite a bit, and he's just going to come right up the middle. Able to get pressure. Fletcher, who's usually pretty solid on 3rd down and pass protection, 4-on-4, he just shakes it.
That was so tough. I remember watching this live. I mean, bro, like, you see, this is the thing, though. This game now, like, the way, let me see if there's another replay. The way the game is played, there's so much more space, right? Like, that type of move, he literally got in there, got shifty, and got around a guy. Like, that's more space than there was 10 years ago. In those narrow gaps, like there's a little bit more space, like you can afford to do that. Back in the day, you had to push through somebody at some point to some extent. There was no way you were just speed like juking somebody out their shoes on a pass pro, straight up the middle at that. I mean, look, it happened, I'm sure, but it happens more. Like there's more space all over the field in this era.
Defense.
You're right. They count on Fletcher,
which is not a bad thing. I'm not neutrally just pointing that out. A lot of the time, that's a good thing. It lets skill become more of a factor in football instead of just being like the biggest meatheads win, right? Obviously, it used to be the biggest meatheads win. The biggest, fastest, strongest meatheads win. And now it's more technical than that, which is actually a good thing. It's just that if we could do that without removing the physicality, I would be for it. Like, dude, the skill and the strategy now is honestly The strategy, I'll say, there's pros and cons. There's different levels of strategy and different types of strategy. Some have suffered, right? The field position aspect, the game management, clock management aspect, I feel have suffered and changed drastically. But, you know, some aspects of that have increased. The play design is way cooler now. And everything is, you know, it's more complex, more advanced stuff going on each individual play. But, I mean, the game just changes, you know, and I think some things are for the better, but overall, I feel like one of my favorite parts has reduced, which is the violence, and I'll be honest about that. And that was one of the things I liked even when I was playing, and I wasn't that great, right? But, hey, man, you get out there, hit each other a little bit, kind of puts you gotta turn on this different facet of your mind where it's just like, fuck it, if I die, I die. And that there's something to that, man. To just be able to, like, turn it off for a second and go just hit somebody or get hit or whatever it is that's going on, you just turn it off and it's like, look, man, I might get hurt, but fuck it, it's free. It's a freeing feeling. It really is. A lot of guys will tell you that.
His best effort there in the game's second.
And it's sad that release is now being taken out, slowly squeezed out of the game. I can't stomach it, honestly.
Consecutive.
As a fan, as a former guy who played the game, youth league superstars, they say, whatever the fuck you call it, right? Middle school hero, I don't know, man, whatever I was, I fucking love playing that shit, bro. I love putting that helmet on after school or 7 o'clock twice a week when I was in middle school, 3 times a week, whatever the fuck, every day in high school, and just, you know what I mean, like, whatever, bro. I had problems with this, I had problems with that. My family doesn't agree with this, you know, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. I'm about to kill this dude. I don't give a fuck about any of that right now. I'll worry about that later. You know what I'm saying? This guy's gonna get it right now.
3 and out, little pressure on Dylan Joyce, the punter, and it's off the side of his foot, but takes a good bounce for Miami, and will finally be down at the Indiana 27-yard line. Aero coverage tonight brought to you by Goodyear. Tried, tested, and proven legendary.